Blog Talk Radio. Chatting with Nat is a podcast for independent women seeking to speak their truth and to break down barriers. We host honest conversations that help to guide and empower women. Speak your truth and set yourself free. Let your voice be heard. Hi everyone, this is Chatting with Nat. It's Natalie Jean, and today we have the honor of having Eléa May, lead vocalist of the band Biscay. I hope I said Biscay right. Biscay was born in 2016 with the vital recruitment of a new French lead singer, Eléa May. By March 2017, the band released their debut 6-track EP, Burnt Mementos, songs from which won the UK Songwriting Competition that year and were finalists in the USA Songwriting Competition. Biscay followed this with the EP Stare at the Sun in March 2020, and during lockdown have released a further of 5 singles, and the last of these being So Many Lies, which will be released on April 30th, today. Wow, so it's released today. Let's give a round of applause to Eléa May. Hi, Eléa. How are you?
Hello. Yeah, I'm all good, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm all right. Trying to survive a pandemic.
Yeah.
It's been very crazy. A lot of self-reflection. Eyes are open to many things. And just trying to deal with not seeing the rest of the world. So, how have you been during this pandemic?
Well, you know, it's been quite interesting. I think I've used my time quite in a productive way, as in, like, musically. I've been able to write a lot and just to improve, you know, just being a better musician, I guess. Also been studying some new things that interested me for a long time that I never had time to. So yeah, right. I used it as a quite big opportunity, and yeah, it's actually been very good. I'm quite scared it's over soon in the UK at least. Yeah, I was quite like it was quite scary, isn't it? So I normalized the lockdown. Like, I'm quite used to it now, but yeah.
Yeah, I think that what people won't understand is that a lot of people will get PTSD from being in this pandemic.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah. You know, when it's really time for everybody to go out there with no mask on and stuff like that, people are still going to be afraid to be around people. And it's normal. That'll be normal because you've been, you know, you're like, don't touch this, don't touch that, wear your mask. And don't breathe on somebody else. Don't hug. Don't have any physical connection. No, I completely understand. And the fact that I'm glad that you took the time to do a lot of things during the pandemic. I did that too. One of the main things that I did was I did a lot of webinars and conferences, like on TikTok and social media marketing and stuff like that.
That's amazing. Yeah.
No, I learned a lot. You know, I think I recorded one song and working on a bunch of other collaborations. But as I was telling somebody else, you know, the pandemic was an awful thing, but at the same time, it allowed us a lot of self-reflection. You got a lot done. And, you know, family members have time to spend with their families. Now they're just like, I need to cut back on work. I need to spend time with my children. I need to spend time with my family. Climate change, my God, the animals, like, took a breather and said, "You're right. Thank you."
You're saying you're a musician yourself,
right? Oh yeah. I sing.
Oh, good, amazing.
Yeah, I have.
You sing?
Yeah, I have 6 albums and several singles, and I sing in French, English, Spanish, and Haitian Creole.
Oh, that's amazing, brilliant. So is that the reason why you're doing like this whole like chats with Nat and things, because it's also your experience as a woman, and you're quite interesting in knowing other women's experience, because
Yeah, my friend Nikki and I decided that what we were looking. So there are several platforms of women in music type of things, and what we noticed is that they always feature like people that are like award winning or Grammys or this or that, and what we wanted to do was make it a platform where it could be anybody. It doesn't matter where you are in your career. You have something to say, we want to hear it. All of us have brilliant ideas to do many things in this world. And the stage is an oyster. The stage is huge. We shouldn't be in competition with one another, because together we are stronger. And so we wanted to create a platform to teach other people that we don't have to be jealous of one another. When I see people succeed, I know that eventually I'm going to succeed. And I don't get jealous of people, because I love seeing people happy in this world. So yeah,
that's amazing. Yeah, I love your positivity.
Yeah, no, but in my journeys, I'm just like, we just need some positivity in this world, and I want to be able to, the empowered women to speak their truth and say what they want, and have great conversations about what other people are doing in this world. So thank you so much for being chatting with Nat. Let's start out with, how did you become the lead singer? And did I say it right? Biscay?
Yeah, Biscay. Absolutely right. How? Well, I moved to London when I was about 19 years old, and I went to this music school at the time. I guess it was more to create connections, meet people, and have a structure, so not to run away back to France. My dad was actually the one on Gumtree trying to find adverts for me to apply, like to audition for bands. So he found Biscay. I emailed him and just said, I love your music. The music was great. So did an audition with them, and they were happy with me, which I never expected at the time. It was quite mad, and I'm really happy. I've been singing with them for 5 years now. They're a good bunch of lads, so really enjoying myself with them. It was all from Gumtree. I don't know, do you know Gumtree in New York? Do you have Gumtree?
I think we do.
Okay, yeah, it's quite like international, isn't it? Yeah.
Fantastic. So how would you describe your music?
Well, it's a fusion, I guess. It's very like lots of jazz harmonies, very funky grooves, good like groovy bass lines and drums. It's how we describe it. It's do you know Steely Dan? It's a lot of Steely Dan vibe. The vocal, like, so Phil, the guitarist, writes the lyrics mainly. So I sing them. It's very melodic, very, Yeah, we've been told it was like pretty much Steely Dan fronted by Bjork. Yeah.
Wow. I like that. I like different. What about your music is rebellious, unconventional, or unusual?
It's not unusual, I guess. Maybe maybe it would be a little because I'm French and my accent brings some like kind of an exotic thing to it. I'd say what was the first one you said?
Let me see, rebellious.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, the lyrics are really interesting. Like, Phil is a really good writer. He writes about a lot of subjects that, I really like complaining about lots of things in general, like about relationships or political things. Yeah, it's quite rebellious. Yeah, it's quite a hard subject sometimes. Like, you need to have an open mind to understand it and to laugh about it as well, in a way. If you take it seriously, you're just gonna hate us, basically.
What I like.
Yes.
you sing and you play your truth. So that's awesome. So then the next question would be, what sets your music apart? What is unique or at least uncommon
in our music?
Yeah.
What is unique? I don't know. I guess we're all very, very modest musicians. Like, you know, everybody in the band is really talented, really great musicians in this band. What's unique also is like, well, I joined them. I was 19. I couldn't speak English at all. They were like a bunch of friends from like, they've been friends for like 15 years. So there's just like, it's just good fun in our music. It's very honest as well. I think the music relates to who we are as well. Me joining the band like creates a total different dynamic, and I'm bringing a bit of my French culture, my French background to it, and it was about like adapting, like, you know, I don't know. I think we have an amazing connection, and that's quite unique, you know, because it's like I was 19 years old, and they were all in their late 30s or mid 30s or 50s, you know. So it's just completely different cultures, all bound together, playing music with, you know, different influences. But at the end of the day, our influences are not so different either. But we all connect, you know, honestly, genuinely, you know, in this music. Yeah. We love playing live together as well. When we play live, we've got all these different people. Audience is so, you know, so mixed, like, and that's the beauty of it. I guess, you know.
I love that. So, what is it like to be the only female in the band?
Well, I guess. Well, I guess I'm more, I don't know. I guess I've got more focus. Like when we play gigs, people are more interested into looking at me than the other guys.
I like that.
Yeah, maybe I get more attention. Like, I don't know. Is that even true? What is it like? It depends, you know, how is it to be the only female from the audience point of view, or as like a band dynamic to write. You know, I guess that's two different questions.
Well,
I like that. Yeah, as in the band or dynamic of the band. Yeah, maybe it was quite scary, you know, to have your opinion about, because we do write all together, even though Phil would write the songs first. So Phil is the guitarist. Yeah, so he would write the songs first and then bring it to the rehearsals where we'll all just like play around it. And everybody has a voice. Everybody can just participate and, you know, agree or disagree, bring a new idea to it. I guess to me it was really, really hard to just be like, oh, I don't like that. I would just do it. Is that because I'm the only woman, or is it just because of my personality? Well, I don't know. Is it because I'm French? I don't know. It's quite confusing. I don't really know. But maybe it's all of these, you know, together. But yeah.
So you speak French?
Yes, I do. I am French. I grew up in France. Yeah, I was born in France.
So, on peut parler en français.
Bah oui, si tu veux, pas de problème.
Nobody's going to understand. I mean, there might be some French-speaking people, but they're not going to understand what we're talking about. It's just, it'll be you and I.
Yeah, well, I'm sure people are going to appreciate this.
Yeah. On peut parler en français et les gens vont pas reconnaître des choses. Oui, c'est ça. No, I love.
So how come you speak French then?
So my family is from Haiti, and so in Haiti, the language that they teach is French. That the dialect in the whole country is Haitian Creole. So when I wasn't born in, I was born in the United States, but I went to an all French school growing up. So from about first grade, from preschool to about fifth grade, I went to the Lycée Français here in Bethesda, Maryland, and that's how I know how to speak French. And I think my third album was a French album. It's called Le Son d'Amour. And it's
That's
so funny.
amazing. I was about to ask, have you been writing in French in your music as well? Yeah.
Yes. I'll have to send that to Phil. So I'll email it to you and Phil, or just email it to you, and you can listen to it. So it's funny that we're speaking about French songs. So when I really got deep into this music thing, I really didn't know how to market music and stuff like that. So I pushed the French album, but not as best as I could have. And now I'm just like, I really want to do this one song, Mon Ange. I really want to push it because I do sing it out in
that's amazing. Yeah.
Bars here, and I have a music video, and Mon Ange is about this woman that's contemplating killing herself, but there's an angel that's with her. I actually have a music video for it, so I'll send that all to you.
Beautiful. Love to see it.
Yeah.
Send it to us. I'd love to see it.
Well done. I will definitely send that to you. I'll send you my website so you can see everything.
Beautiful. Yeah, will be great. Yeah.
So, have you ever thought about doing your songs in French? I mean, you'd be singing it.
Yeah. Well, I guess. Yeah. Of course. Yeah. There is a bit of French speaking sometimes.
Okay.
Not really. There is a new song that we've been working on called Dans la Lune, which means like if you translate straight away, it would be like on the moon.
Right.
And it's about like when you're daydreaming all the time, and because I am very much daydreaming all the time, so we use this expression in French, which means you're just like completely somewhere else, in space, lost in your moon. And that will be in French because that's really related to me, as I'm a very daydreaming person. And there will be some French speaking on that song. And
awesome.
We've done I guess I'm using it in like, it took me some time to just, like, now that I'm like more fluent in English, I'm more comfortable to speak French in my songs. But before I was more like about the challenge that I need to speak English on English. So I kind of refused for a while to use French in our songs. But I'm more comfortable now to do so.
I love that. All right, so we're going to play So Many Lies. Tell us what that song is about.
Yeah, So Many Lies. Well, it's a song about lies. It's about, like, the song itself is like straight about men lying to women, and about the woman realizing all these lies and just being very emotional and shocked about it. We also decided to release this song today because in USA it's the National Honesty Day. So we thought it was the perfect song to talk about lies, on this day. But yeah.
All right. So we're going to have a word from our sponsor, and then we'll play the song. Hold on.
Hi, it's Jordan and Madison, and we're Jay Madison out of Nashville, Tennessee. We'd love to tell you about B Squared Management, artist services by artists for artists. Get your press, branding, single release, and sync success plan now at bsquaredmgmt.com. And listen up to our latest single, Down, now on Spotify.
Tell me
That was phenomenal. Fantastic. I love the group jazzy feel because, you know, I started out, my first love is jazz. Oh, I just love jazz. But jazz is such a hard genre. Like, I wanted to make sure that people knew that that genre evolved over time, but there's some people that are just like, they're sticklers to jazz. They think it has to be one way, and you can't do it any other way. But we have to be unique. We have to do our own thing.
Yeah.
You know, we have to do our own thing. Now, have you always been interested in music? Was there a particular song performance that made you say, "Whoa, I have to do this as a career"?
Oh, well, I don't know. I've always been into music because my parents they listen to music a lot. They're both into art and music, and you know, to me, like the biggest memory I've got is, you know, going to, for example, see our grandparents and being on the car, travel for like 5 hours in the car. My dad would play just like all these songs, and you know, and we all sing in the car, and I don't know, it's just been so much like an emotional relief as well, you know, and you know, I don't know, it's always been present in my life, thanks to my education.
Right.
I don't really know why I wanted to be a musician. Like, it just happened. I one day woke up and I was like, I'm going to move to London and do music. You know, it's like by the time you're 18 years old and you're supposed to decide which job you're going to do. And I was like, well, I had the choice. I was quite good at school. I was like, well, you know, in France, if you're good and you don't really know what to do, they will send you to like business school or commercial schools. And I was quite interested in biology, but you know, for some reason I got pissed one day, and I was with my best friend at the time, and I was like, well, I'm just gonna move to London and play some music. I don't really know why. It just happened. I mean, it was the alcohol, and I moved to London. You know, my dad supported me, my mum supported me, and they were like, yeah, you should just do it. If it's a voice in your head, like just go and follow it. And I did so, and I moved to London, and it just all happened, you know, and I worked hard as well. And music is my biggest drive. It's just, you know, I just constantly listen to music or play. And it just happened, like a bit of, it was quite natural. It was difficult, but it was quite, I made my way into it, and I just love it. Yeah.
What do you enjoy most about being an artist?
What do I enjoy the most about being an artist?
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, you know, when you say being an artist, it means like, you know, it's just a general state. Like, I feel like an artist, which I don't. I absolutely don't. You know, I just, you know, when I'm on stage, when I'm writing, when I'm singing, it just feels amazing. It's just great. You know, it's something I need. But I don't walk on the street feeling like, hey, I'm an artist. I guess I've always been very modest about it. Like, if you'd ask me, what do you do? I don't even know if I would say, like, I'm an artist. You know what I mean? Like, like, you know, well, I do. Even my closest friends, sometimes they're like, oh, you didn't say you were doing this and that. And they're quite surprised. I'm like, well, yeah, you know, it's just something I keep for myself, in a way. It's my own, you know, it's my own release. It's my own, like, yeah. I don't know. Does that answer your question?
It answered the question. I see that you enter songwriting competitions, so do I. Now, you're lucky. I've never won the UK Songwriting Competition, but I've been a finalist several times. And I see that you are a finalist in the USA Songwriting Competition. I don't think I've ever been a finalist in one, but congratulations on that. That's fantastic. How do you guys plan on entering your music in more competitions? Do you like entering your songs in competitions?
Well, I don't really think about these things, to be honest. Yeah, Phil does it. And and he does well. He does well because we've been winning loads of competitions, and we've been interviewed quite a few times in New York, actually. And it's always been interesting. I'm always surprised in a way, like, you know, I'm always surprised. I never take it for granted at all.
Right.
You always, it's always very exciting. But yeah, I guess now we're more focused on writing a lot, and with the band we're going in 3 weeks. In this place, it's like in the countryside, and we just go there for 4 or 5 days, just like, you know, play a lot, write a lot, and then we're gonna record a new album. It's very exciting. Like we're just doing a lot of things all the time. It's such a good band. Like, it's such a good dynamic. Yeah.
Awesome. Who would you say are your musical influences?
Ooh, oh my God. Okay, well, got loads. I love everything that is like really groovy. I'm a fan of harmonies as well in the voice. So yeah, I guess Supertramp, you know, everything that my parents were listening to, and a lot of British music actually. So I'm not surprised I moved to England. Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, even Genesis, or singers. I'm a fan of Esperanza Spalding. She also played bass. I'm a bass player as well as a singer. I don't play bass in the band, but I play bass with other bands as well. I don't know. I wouldn't say I've got like one favorite singer at all. I'm more into like music in general. Yeah.
I mean, you can have as many as you like. You can have hundreds of musical influences because there's so many different genres out there.
There is probably even more than 100.
Yeah.
So if I start the list, the interview will last longer than 25 minutes. So I'm just gonna stop now.
Okay. So, what does your music or the band's music say about you guys? What does it say? What do you represent? Say again? So what does your music say about you? Is like the music that you write, what do you represent to the world?
Oh my God. What do we represent to the world? Oh, that's a hard one. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. We're just generally very modest about our music. Like we it has a style. Our music's got a style. Not everybody's into this kind of music, and also the lyrics are quite, strong. Not everybody will understand it. I don't think we are trying to prove anyone anything. I think we're just trying to express ourselves from music and enjoy ourselves, like all of us in the band, we know who we love as, other musicians, and we know, like, every time we're together and we listen to another band and we're like, oh, that's sick. I think we're very modest and we really appreciate other musicians' music, and we're just very, very happy that people like our music. And we're quite surprised every time people like our music. We're quite surprised as well. We're like, oh, wow, okay, cool. We're not trying to show anything to the world. We just pick things from the world, like from, the music world. We just pick things and use it as influences, and we just do our little things there. And if people like it, then it's just amazing. But we don't even think about that. It just happens, And if you're interested in reading Biscay's lyrics, there's loads of things that are being said and loads of things you can relate to as well.
Right.
And you know, but we never don't try to give a message, more trying to express, you know, something like, you know, and experience something that relates to us. But you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get it. But I love the fact that you're expressing what's out there in the world in your music, because I think that a lot of people need that. They're craving that kind of stuff. They're tired of the same old music out there. Because I think because of the pandemic and because of the past 6 years in the United States and the UK, it's just been crazy. And I think that music makes people feel a lot better. And it's also a place where people can relate to other people. So if somebody listens to your music, they're going to say, oh, my God, this guy gets me. They understand me. I need to listen to more of this. And so it actually allows people to say, you know what, I want to be part of this and do something fantastic. You know what I mean? So our music make a difference somehow in somebody's world.
Yeah, I guess if we can inspire a bunch of people, you know, like, it's even better. But music as an expression itself, like, that's what we seek for, that's what we look for, you know, and that's just good enough. And, like, being able, like, to be chatting with you, you know, on this show, it's like, wow, it's amazing. Like, we're very happy, you know, very happy that, you know, some people can appreciate what we do, and, you know, it just happens naturally, I guess. Like, we're never gonna, force it whatsoever. Like, we're not,
That's awesome. So I'm going to play Mail Order Mail. Is that correct? What is that about?
Brilliant. Oh, Mail Order Mail. It's actually funny. It's about someone buying some mail profile. Like, imagine you can go to a shop, and it's a shop, like, you're a woman. You go in this shop, and there is just lots of mails. And there will be some bargains, but obviously you don't want to do a bargain bin because, you know, while they're on bargain for, there must be a reason. It's just about, like, you know, as a woman, like, people will tell you, it's just easier because, you know, you can just go outside and pick a boy, you know, and have a relationship. But it just doesn't work like that, you know. Right. You need to be interested. You need to, you know, you know. So this song is just about that. It's just about having the choice. But at the end of the day, do you really have the choice?
Exactly. Do you?
Yeah.
All right. Let's play the song.
All right.
I love that. That had like a Caribbean vibe.
A reggae feel. Yeah, absolutely.
I felt like I needed to have a rum punch on a beach somewhere.
For you, we're about to say a big spliff, yeah.
Yes, the rum punch, something is yummy.
Cool.
No, I can tell you that during the pandemic, I did have a beer almost every night.
Yeah.
Somebody's your body. Anyway,
you know what to do. Yeah, enjoy yourself.
Yeah, I know what to do. So, what is a quote that? Let's see. What is a quote that you live by, that you use? If you use a quote, not everybody does.
Oh, good. If I use a quote, oh my God, I don't know. A quote.
Or it doesn't even have to be a quote. It could be just a saying. Something that you say all the time that really motivates you to, keep doing this crazy business called music that takes a lot of time, a lot of work, a lot of patience.
Well, step by step, I guess. Step by step, Yeah, it's quite hard to have expectations for yourself, I guess it's quite funny because I'm now 26. I've been in London for 7 years. When I came here, I had no idea where I'll be, where I am now.
Right.
You kind of build your, you build your own experience. You build your own castle, like bricks by bricks, step by step, and, just take yourself seriously, but don't. Definitely don't. But do, just put just the right amount of effort, but, don't expect too much from yourself. It's just so important to be around the right people as well, because there's so many toxic people around you that always going to make you feel that you're not good enough or whatsoever. Listening to your guts, to just to your heart, like when people are right for you and the people that see in you, who you can be and your potential as well. That's really important. That's really what I had with Biscay when I auditioned for them. And I was 19 at the time. My English was crap. I could have never been having a conversation with you right now. Be like, what is she saying to me? What is she asking? But like, they all saw in me some potential, and they all had patience. I'm so grateful for this, like so grateful, and it has been my best experience so far. And that has been step by step, because it took 5 years, and now I'm like participating more into the writing, and I have my voice into it, which wasn't in the same way 5 years ago. And I don't know. You need to trust yourself. You need to have people that trust you and see your potential. Yeah, and that's what Biscay gave me, a lot of confidence, and yeah,
That is wonderful. I loved your answer. Now, where can everybody find you on the internet?
So we've got, obviously we're on Facebook, so it's Biscay Music on Facebook. We are on Spotify, Biscay Music. We've got a website, www.biscay. Is it biscay.com? I don't really know. I can't remember. Sorry, Phil. You're listening to this. Sorry, Phil. I should know better. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure you're going to have the links connected to this radio show. Yeah. Cool.
The links are all at the bottom.
I feel like I'm failing here.
You're not failing. Don't worry. I can't remember half of my lyrics, the websites I'm on.
Okay.
I normally say, I just say Google me.
That's amazing. I don't remember my lyrics all the time either. Yeah, cool.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Eléa, for being on Chatting with Nat.
Thank you, Nat.
Honor to have you on here, and I got to speak a little French. So
thank you so much. It was my honor.
Thank you so much. I'll be following you and watching everything that you do. I'm not going to be a stalker.
Brilliant. And please please, you send your music to us as well.
Yes,
We'd love to hear it.
I will send you my website that has everything on it. Have an awesome weekend and a great week, and we'll chat again soon.
You too. You too,
All
and
right.
everybody as
Thank
well.
you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Okay,
All
bye.
right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. Au revoir. That was
À bientôt. À bientôt.
Yes, à bientôt. À bientôt.
Yes, perfect.
That was LJ, lead vocalist of the band Biscay. She's awesome. She's empowering. She speaks her truth. She speaks French. You gotta love her. So everybody, just take the time to find her and her music. Once again, this is Chatting with Nat, and we're signing off. Until next time. Chatting with Nat is a podcast for independent women seeking to speak their truth and to break down barriers. We host honest conversations that help to guide and empower women. Speak your truth and set yourself free. Let your voice be heard.